Part 6 of the route touristique du Champagne. This is from Etoges to Bergeres. We go through some cracking bends and so on here, but in places it does get a bit sort of boring in between the cracking bends. But we are on the D18, which is quite short. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings, the route touristique du Champagne, part 6. As you can see, we have Champagne on the left, and probably what was left of Mayes on the right. This road is going to give the stabilization of the cameras a good workout. It is how can I put it, not flat. So you can, if you have your suspension correct, take it at national speed, which is 80 kilometers an hour. It is single track. There are farm vehicles, so take care. We've come out of the vines for now, although there's some just up there, and we're going to be going up onto the hill in front, through a little hamlet and so on. There is a viewpoint up there if you want to stop and have a look. I'll point out the parking for it. Right, so we're back into the Champagne, as you can see on the right hand side, and we're about to enter this little hamlet. I have a feeling, though I can't prove it, that this used to be a station somewhere here. They had similar problems to beaching in France. I just get the impression that this used to be a station. I could be very wrong. I say it's a lovely little village. War memorial. I lost quite a few people in the First World War, unfortunately. Nice old church. Oh, the churchyard is next to the church. This is a rare event in France, because usually the churchyard is on the outside of the village, just outside of the boundary. Alright, so there's a viewpoint, it says, and you've got an information point just there, and the viewpoint is parking is just in there, and you can sit and have a sandwich if you wish. Right, we're now going to go through a little bit of woodland, and on the other side of the woodland, I'll leave the camera running, but on the other side of the woodland there are some cracking bends. There are. Yes, warning, deer and wild boar 𝗪𝗓𝗍 are prevalent in this area, so usually it's September time that you see them, when the grapes are just about ready to be harvested. Right, so we've gone through the wooded area. You can see we've come back into the vineyards, and now we've got a cracking S-bend here. I would say, you know, enjoy yourself on this, but the road is so bumpy that unless your suspension is set up properly, you are going to have problems. Frat. Champagne frat. I've never heard of champagne frat. I'm going to have to try it. Farmers are unhappy. Right, so we've just had the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗏 sign, which basically means watch out for anything from the right hand side on that. Again, this isn't well signposted until you get here. To the left here, and then another left here, all on 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗏. This is a communal pressoir to press the champagne grapes and so on. We're out into the countryside again. We'll be turning left at what used to be a fortified house of some sort. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this fortified house is just here, and we'll be turning left just past it. There's a moat of some sort just around it as well. You can see the turret there and so on, and then there's a moat, some sort of chateau. Right. We're actually going to 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 believe this is the D933 that you'd be on if you were going to omit this section. It is. So watch for high-speed traffic. 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗵. So, if you're not getting champagne, you're getting cheese. And if you're not getting cheese, you're getting usually wheat, but some corn as well. Looks like the old 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗵 it is. And you've got the church right up in front, and we'll be turning right. Well, lovely old village this. No idea how old some of these houses are, but I imagine they're quite old. Lovely old church, that. Frequent flooding after storms. Been replacing some of the vines there. There's another old church that we go past here. Do these S-bends. The church is just after the second of the bend, if I remember rightly. An old grape press just there. That looks like an old library. here is that church. There are some ponds of some sort, which could be the old lavery, just on the other side. I'm not sure what they're for, just there. More champagne. And today is Sunday, so it is actually quite quiet from about midday onwards. Everybody's at home having their Sunday lunch, and the farmers tend to take Sunday afternoon off a lot of the time. Right, we're going right here, and I can't see anything to the left, but we are going right. Okay. So in the little villages you can have children and families and so on around. 𝗪𝗀𝗄𝗃. They have these traffic lights that if you're doing more than the speed limit they go red, but obviously it decided I was not at that point. I suppose it's better than speed bumps and things like that, but I'm not convinced. Route to Wheat. Wheat is a well. Wheats are wells. Well road or well route. Take it easy. Somebody likes their privacy. Oh, it's 933 again. I think those are grain silos, but I'm not 100% sure. As you can see, there's a lot of wheat fields in and around this area, and they need to store the grain somewhere. And the grain elevators, the grain silos. We're turning left here, and then there's a doubles level crossing actually coming up. One, I think, for the whatever that is, the grain silos, and then another one that looks like it's sort of partially abandoned. I think they do take quite a lot of it out by rail. So I think this is the level crossing for here, for the works, which is still in use. And then this is the other level crossing, which seems to stop there for some reason. It's not well tended anyhow. Right, we're coming into Bergeres 𝗪𝗪𝗪. There is a bit of a nasty turn here, and then I'll be got a car on my tail, but I'm going to look for somewhere to pull over, as this will be end of section 1 relay Virtus, and the end of that part. Little station Martin. Ooh, nice vehicle behind. Well, an old Corvette. Very nice. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of section 1 and the end of that part as well.